Hey son, have I ever told you the story of the time I reviewed How I Met Your Mother? I probably did, but you know what? For old time's sake, why don't I tell it to you again? Son, the day I decided to review How I Met Your Mother, it took place in August 2017 on a rainy day, 2 years after the finale had aired. Hello YouTube, Rumman here with another episode of Reviews with Rumman. Today I've decided to go a different route. Although I love movies, I realized I also love TV shows. And, the thing about TV shows is that it runs longer. TV shows can span from literally 5 years to 10 years, even like a year. It will still have an impact on your lives. And I think we should also owe our gratitude and actually review these TV shows. Now, I know what you're thinking. Really, dude, that's like a lot of seasons. How are you going to go exactly, cover by cover? Well, how about this? When I do TV shows, how about I make a list about why not they're good, but why they might be bad? And here's the thing. A lot of TV shows have flaws. No matter how good it is, there will always be a flaw. Nothing is perfect. And today, our topic will be, well, as you figured, How I Met Your Mother. Now, How I Met Your Mother aired in 2005, right after, the year after Friends ended. So, a lot of people were kind of like, oh, this is kind of like a ripoff. All right, but let's give it a chance. But How I Met Your Mother had a hook. It had a mystery about the mother. So basically, the series premiere is about a guy telling his kids about how he met his mother, but he never reveals who the mother is. Boom, right there, your hook, right? Fans watch the series and we're just like, what? Oh my god, I gotta keep watching. And sooner or later, they realize, oh, this show is actually kind of funny. Let me just keep watching because it's funny, enjoyable, and, well, I want to know who the mother is. And there started How I Met Your Mother with this 9-year journey. Of course, toward the end, it became a little bit controversial due to the fact that a lot of fans hated the ending. Why? Well, hopefully this video will bring some justice. Today, I've decided, like I said, on the list, and here is 7 ways why How I Met Your Mother was kind of ass. And why 7? Well, 5 was too low, 10 was too high, and honestly, for me, I just found 7 reasons. And like I want to say, there will be spoilers, and also, these are my reasons, mostly. Some of them might go with the fans, but mostly there will be my reasons, so, I just want to get that out of the clear. So, let's begin with number 7. That's right, coming up on number 7 is the finale itself. What, you didn't think I'd put the episode that started all this shit on this list? You were wrong, sir. And, honestly, there are a lot of reasons. The thing with finales is that it's supposed to tie up loose ends. It's supposed to bring a beloved, happy ending to all the characters we know and love. How I Met Your Mother kind of did that. You see, although technically all the characters did get a happy ending, there was still one big mystery left. Ted meeting the mother. Now, throughout the series, we kind of got clues about how he met, but, we wouldn't get justice until we saw the whole thing come to fruition. There's a thing about imagining until you actually see it, and that's when you put comfort to your heart. And, and a lot of fans went in that day, including myself, with extreme hope. Now, I don't want to give away too much because a lot of them will be coming on this list, but, I'll give you about Marshall and Lily. Marshall becomes a judge. Lily gets a kid. They all literally live happily ever after. And that was one of the positive aspects. Your favorite couple, Marshall and Lily, are, they're having a great life. And, that's what everybody was happy about. But then there are a couple of things where when you go towards the middle of the episode, you're kind of just like, oh, no, this can't be happening. There's these little hints. You're like, oh, God, I don't like where this is going. And eventually, when you get to the end, you're just like, shit! It's very frustrating. Now, I know it's frustrating because I'm not telling you anything, but trust me, it will be coming up in the list. So, let's move on to number 6. Yes. Coming up at number 6 is Ted and Robin. Now, let's be honest. When you heard this line,
that, kids, is the true story of how I met your Aunt Robin.
You knew that this relationship would probably linger on for a while. and my God, did it. I mean, really, you spent the whole pilot episode hyping up this girl who ended up being Aunt Robin. And the thing is, the whole episode is Ted thinking that this girl is so perfect for her that he actually says, I love you on the first date. And trust me, that's a really big deal. Of course, they do later become friends, and they end up dating in season 2. But here's the thing with me. Here's my problem with this, personally, for me. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I thought Ted and Robin was always a waste of time. Because when the show first started, the creators made it clear that they would not do a Ross and Rachel kind of thing with, well, Ted and Robin. Because we know they won't get together. I mean, for God's sakes, we know that she's their Aunt Robin. So every time there was always like a romantic scene with them, or Ted feel like he's in love with her, for me, I thought it was a waste of time. Because I'm just like, dude, I already know you're not going to be with her. I mean, sure, in the show, technically, you don't know. But this is like frustrating as a viewer, because you're wasting precious time where there could be other stuff, where you could be like showing me other stuff, you know? I mean, doing it the first time, fine, it makes sense. You know, you had to get over your feelings for Robin to eventually become the man you would become to meet the mother. But then when you got to do it the second, third, fourth time, it's just like, God damn it, dude. I think it was well said by my man, Barney Stinson.
Oh my God, can you just be cool? Once, please. Just once. Can you just once be cool? Once. Please.
Now, this part is actually not a complaint. I loved Robin and Barney because I thought they were together. My problem is really the handling of Robin and Barney to basically steer their way into the finale, which it is. Let me explain. So when the show first started, of course, it was a Ted and Robin thing, fine. But there was also some sexual tension. Well, not sexual, but like there was some flirting going on between Barney and Robin in the earlier seasons. Like season 1 and 2. There would be some scenes where you was like, huh, interesting. And then as season 3, they do end up sleeping together. Interesting. Of course, doesn't ruin their friendship. They kind of move past it. But eventually they do date. And when they do, it was actually kind of great. I enjoyed it. You know, here's Robin, a girl who doesn't want to settle down, doesn't want kids, and here's Barney, who's just fucked up in general. Put them together, and they actually make a pretty good couple who actually understand each other and, well, care for each other. But then, of course, the whole dynamic of it is, I guess, ruined. They break them up. I honestly, I don't know. Honestly, it was funny the first time when they broke them up. It was nice. They realized they were kind of poison to each other, but then kind of like made in heaven, you know? I don't know how to explain it. It's like you know, first you just made for each other, you know. So that's why in the later season, around season 7, they do again hook up later, and we later realize that they get married, Robin and Barney, and we couldn't be more ecstatic. They're two people that are absolutely perfect for each other. And here's our first spoiler from the finale: they break up. Yes, Barney and Robin, who were actually pretty sweet together, break up because apparently Robin's been out too much, and you know, Barney doesn't care for that, even though he really did care for her and just promised to be with her all the time. It just eventually kind of makes the characters look shallow, you know. I mean, after saying that, you know, you do anything for this woman, and later just giving up on her like that, really doesn't put a positive effect with the relationship we hope for. And I think, I don't know about you guys, but I was pretty heartbroken when I found out that they get divorced. And, you know, it was kind of BS for a couple of reasons, which will be coming up later in the video. So, you know, it was pretty bad. On to number 4. Well, honestly, do I need to explain this one? I mean, every single one of Ted's girlfriend or past girlfriend or any girl he has literally done have no purpose to the story. It's just filler for him to do something that season. I mean, Ted Mosby is the goddamn main character, and sometimes the story's not even on him. And when it is on him, it's always about him and his shitty girlfriend, or like he's sad because he's not like settled or something. I mean, I know I don't know what else to say, man. I don't enjoy it. I fuck Ted Mosby, man. He bangs a lot of chicks. Come to me when you start banging the mother. Jesus. Number 3. Yeah, this one might just be me. Maybe there are a couple of you out there, but I don't know. Filler episodes. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically an episode that doesn't really advance the plot of the story or really help out in any way. It's funny, yes, but really, if you took it out, you wouldn't really miss anything. Now, I know what you're saying. Rumman, for a TV show to exist, there has to be a certain number of episodes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know, okay? But when you have a show like How I Met Your Mother, there's a certain destination. The destination is how he met their mother. So when you see an episode that doesn't mention the mother, is really random, doesn't really involve Ted himself, really, is it supposed to be in there? I mean, earlier in the seasons it was fine because you knew that they weren't going to end anytime soon. You knew they were taking the show somewhere. But then around like seasons 8 and 9, you were just kind of like, dude, I waited a whole week for this shit. So you're really going to show me this and then just move on? Like, come on. They were funny. Yeah, that's great. But, when you're this close to ending the story, it just gets frustrating as a viewer. And you're just like, dude, I don't care about this episode. Just show me what I want to see and move on. Petty. Number 2 on our list is, the entire last season of season 9. Why, you may ask? Well, the whole season 9 takes place during Barney and Robin's wedding, only for them to get divorced 10 minutes into the goddamn finale. What? What? That does not make any sense. How do you contribute a whole goddamn season just to ruin it in the last episode? 10 minutes in. Maybe not 20 minutes. Huh? So, alright. So, here's what happened. Turns out, Robin gets way too famous being a reporter. Like, with a journalist being famous, traveling the world, that's stupid. And Barney cannot keep up with it. Hello, you used to bang a woman every damn night, and she still married you. So, be cool, okay? Just be cool, man. So, they realize that, what? The love is gone. Just because I'm always traveling and there's no way we could work it out, we should get divorced. And after 3 goddamn years, they divorce. Did you guys roll a dice to see how it is? Were you guys just like, hey guys, I know we contributed the whole season to Barney and Robin's wedding, but you know what? In the finale, let's have them break up after 3 years. And that's about it. Barney and Robin break up. But that's not the only reason why I put season 9 on this list. Season 9 is kind of annoying because there's too much going on. I mean, for a goddamn weekend, 55 hours, there's like a bunch of shit going on. First of all, Marshall isn't even with the gang until like episode 12. Okay? The mother, which is amazing by the way, shows up in like 8 of the 24 episodes. How are you going to be in a main cast and show off 8 of the 24 episodes? That's just ridiculous. Okay? And like, there were a couple of filler episodes that really I just did not enjoy. And of course, an episode with Ted and Robin's relationship. An episode with Ted and Robin's relationship, exploring the fact that they are not platonic, or they are platonic. I don't fucking know, man. It was something bullshit, alright? I honestly, at that point, I was just like, I want to see the mother, please. Let me see the mother. And when she did, she was great, But overall, season 9 has a lot of like weaknesses than strengths. Okay, strengths: the mother, maybe Marshall and Lily having a baby. That's great. Most of the jokes. Weaknesses: Ted, Robin, Barney getting divorced 10 minutes in, all that other bull crap. Whatever. And now we are going to our number 1 on why How I Met Your Mother may have sucked ass. Maybe. Like one of the reasons, number 1 reason why it may have sucked ass. Like if you were a long time viewer of the show, why it pissed you off, or pissed me off. Now, when I mean how the show handled Tracy, I'm referring to how the show handled her character. When we began 9 years ago, the pilot episode, we were barely given any information. All we know is that at one point in his life, we don't know when, Ted is going to meet this woman, and he's going to have 2 kids, and he's going to be goddamn happy. And of course, that's what kept us hooked. We wanted to know who this woman was. And, throughout each season, bit by bit, they would throw us a little bone, say, ooh, they met her through the yellow umbrella, or ooh, she was at this class, or ooh, they actually crossed paths at one point, it was like a clue. It was like a puzzle, and they were just throwing the pieces at us, and we were just kind of just putting it in. So in season 9, when we finally knew who the mother was, a lot of the pieces were just clicking. Including episode 16 of How Your Mother Met Me, which is amazing, by the way. If it's so great. I think it's like the episode where you were just like, she is definitely the woman that you want, because you knew that before, but this one just like put a stamp on it to everyone, honestly. And you were putting all these pieces together. You're just like, all right, this is awesome. When Ted beats her, it's gonna be great. But we barely knew anything about this woman. We didn't even know her name. We were just kind of going off the fact that, okay, she has all these characteristics. Awesome. She's going to be the mother. Just how is the show going to convince us? So, when we see her in the first episode of season 9, she meets Lily. Then she meets Marshall. Then she meets Barney. Then she meets Robin. And then she meets Ted. Now, that's nice and all, because we got to see her kind of talk to every other member of the show. Because all we care about is, how does this woman, the love of Ted's life, actually fit in with the gang? Why should she fit in with the gang? And all her scenes prove very well. Then comes the finale. The finale, of course, just fast forwards with their lives. And, you could tell that they have a great life. They love each other. They're having kids. You can tell that Ted, for the first time in his life, is finally happy. Here's what pisses me off. Now, the mother, we did not know her name until the end. It was Tracy McConnell. We found that out in the last scene. But the fact that pisses me off is the line where Ted is telling his kids the story, and he just casually mentions she got sick. That's right. The woman you've been hyping up for 9 years and you plan to kill off, you just kind of write off as she got sick. Seriously, dude? Like, that's like, for all How I Met Your Mother fans, that's a big, slap to your face. Because here we are, watching this damn show, hoping that this woman will be everything we wanted, and she is, and just like that, she's gone. And now I know you're saying, yo, it's a TV show, relax, but I'm talking about, TV show land-wise. Because when people watch this show, they want to be entertained, and they want to have, a certain kind of expectation to it. And there was a high expectation for her, which, like I said, she filled up, but the writers just did not handle correctly. Now, how could they have fixed this? Well, the ending they could have avoided. The ending, basically what happens is after he tells them, they're kind of just like, you know what? You should go bang Aunt Robin, because that's basically what this story is about, which is true. Because, like I said, the Ted and Robin thing takes up a whole majority of the story, and the mother doesn't even show up until, the end, the last season. So, for us, it's kind of just you established in an earlier episode in season 9 itself that they were over each other. You can't really come back from that, okay? Robin was totally down to go marry Barney, and then all of a sudden they're like, nope, Barney, I don't want to be with you anymore. Robin knew that Ted wanted kids. She didn't want kids, okay? One argument could be made that she didn't want Ted to sacrifice his life for her, but that doesn't mean go have kids with someone else and then come back right after she dies. It's a terrible message, honestly, overall. Now, the only thing I do respect is that the creators have had this ending since season 2. Which is something I will respect, because after so long, they've decided never to alter. Because they could have altered easily, but maybe it could have kind of messed up the whole interaction between the kid and the dad. Who knows? But I can definitely say that this ending is probably, pretty bad, due to the fact that you had so much expectations, you were just let down, because it just ended up being what you thought wasn't going to happen, but did happen, with one little side rule that you wish didn't happen. I don't know if that makes sense. And, that's my list. That's the 7 reasons why How I Met Your Mother might have sucked. Or might have been ass. And, a lot of them may be petty, because I am pretty petty. And a lot of them may be something that a lot of people were angry with. Personally, I still love the show, no matter what. But, the ending was pretty frustrating, and as a fan, it definitely did keep me, and it definitely did not leave me satisfied, but, it didn't leave me to kind of just say, I hate you, so, that's it, guys. I'm Rumman Kareem. See you next time. And that, son, is the time I reviewed How I Met Your Mother. Now, was it a bad show? No. Was it a good show? Hell yeah. Although the flawed ending, it still brought you some awesome memories. And honestly, I definitely recommend it to you and to any of your friends. If you're ever bored, How I Met Your Mother is on Netflix, 9 seasons. Although kind of lame, it will bring you a lot of laughs, I guarantee it.
Hey, just a quick interruption. I'm really glad the review worked out, and you do have some good points, which I will, always consider. But, who are you exactly? And why do you keep calling me son?
Well,
Okay, well, I'm gonna go call the cops. So.
Gotta go.
Why are you running? Hey. Third time this week. He keeps coming here.